close. Sometimes it takes a second or two for YouTube to pick this up that I'm going live. Anyway, hi everyone. If you don't know me, I'm Christine Parker, registered massage therapist, bioenergetics practitioner, and energy codes breathwork facilitator. That's a lot. I have a rock in my hand, so if you see me playing with it, that's what it is. I've been in a this is why I have these rocks, to keep my attention focused. I have been in the healthcare industry for over 2 decades now, and I thought I would hop on today to talk a little bit about bioenergetics and who I actually treat and what I actually treat when they come into my office. Bioenergetics can also be done remotely, which is a game changer when it comes to treating people, especially for certain circumstances, which I will get into in just a moment. So, as I said, I'm a registered massage therapist. I have been treating people primarily for pain. That's typically why people go see a therapist, because they're hurt or they're injured or they're recovering from issues, or a lot of times it's maintenance as well. So when I first dove into massage therapy, oh my gosh. When I first dove into B.E.S.T, bioenergetic synchronization technique, I was doing it because I was primarily treating people for pain. Like, they'd come in and I would use the techniques to help them with their pain issues, whether it was injuries, back pain, shoulder pain, rotator cuff syndrome, all the things you can imagine, car accidents, that type of thing. And not long after doing that, I mean, I knew that our pain is embedded in emotions and stress and things like that that get stuck on our body, but my primary clients were not wanting that. They just wanted a good deep tissue massage, which I obviously gave them. So pivoting over into bioenergetics to just do bioenergetics, I've had to pivot myself a little bit. But I'm gonna go. So pain is one that I treat people for. Stress and overwhelm is another one that people come to see me for now. And the third thing that I go into is when your body's aligned, when you're cool and you're feeling chill. The other thing people come to see me for is to align their goals and their vision, to make sure that there is no energetic interference getting in the way of what their goals are, because sometimes our subconscious mind is too busy. When I say too busy, it's just running programs back there. It doesn't know any better. It just is, and it's running programs that sometimes keep us stuck from aligning with our goals and everything like that. Hi everyone that's hopping on to say hi. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you all. So to backtrack a little bit, the very first person that I ever treated with bioenergetics was actually a Reiki master, which I thought was incredibly awesome. And I was jumping at the chance to treat someone. So the first, I get flustered a little bit. I was nervous going live here. So the first person I ever treated was actually a Reiki master. So when she came into me, her pain was at it's basically at a 7 out of 10, which is like extremely, extremely high. She was walking her dog and she hurt her low back, hurt to move, all the things. And after I treated her, we'll backtrack a little bit there. So I told her, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know this really cool technique that I just learned. And she's like, yeah, I'm a Reiki master. I was like, oh my gosh, get on my table. Like, I don't have to go into like why energy healing works and that type of thing. Like, she's already into the energy space, so she knows about it. She gets on my table, pain scale of 7 out of 10 goes down to a 2. And I'm like, holy shit. Can I swear in here? I don't think I'm supposed to swear. The pain scale goes from a 7 to a 2. I'm like, holy crap. Like, I knew that this stuff works, but it was just like confirmation that this stuff works. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So that was great. And then a couple days later, or the next day, I believe it was the next day, she comes back in the office. She's like, pain's back up to an 8. I was like, okay, that's not great. Did you do your homework? No, she didn't do her homework. So I was like, okay, you need to do your homework. So she gets on the table again. I balance her out again. Treatment goes to a 0, like completely gone. Now, she's a Reiki master, so she's very in tune with her body. She knows what's going on. Pain's completely gone. I'm like, that is amazing. Make sure you do your homework tonight. She came in a couple days later for massage. Pain was still completely gone, because when the pain started to creep back a little bit, she did her homework to continue to balance out her nervous system, her energy field, which then locked in the new pattern that we gave her brain to allow her to maintain the new normal, which was zero pain, which I thought was just incredibly awesome. I was like beaming from this, success, from my success that I thought it was, which leads me into my next client. I had another client come in and for massage therapy, again, low back pain, high on the pain scale. He was in for half an hour, and I'm thinking, I can fix you. So did a similar treatment with him as well with bioenergetics. He gets off the table, no change in pain. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, this stuff is supposed to work. And then, long story short, I had the realization that when I had him get on my table for the balancing, I was very in this space of like, I'm going to treat you and I'm going to fix you, which is 1,000% not the case with bioenergetics. It's not the case with anything. And that was the time that I learned the lesson that I'm like, you're right, dude. Like, I don't heal people. I facilitate their healing journey. I open the door. I allow the energy to flow freely through your body so your body can heal itself, because your body, your energy field is way, way more smarter, way more smarter than any of us, like everybody on the earth combined. So that was my big lesson in learning that I show up to the table humbled and in gratitude by the energy and the power of the energy that lies within everybody, and how incredibly healing it can be. So that's my story on my first client. Someone's telling me to look at the comments. I have to put on my glasses to look at the comments. Here we go. What's going on? You have beautiful hair. Oh, thank you. It's mostly natural. I got my grays coming in, so it's not crazy natural. So much appreciated that. Thank you everyone for commenting here. I love it. So that was my example. Those were my stories of the first couple people I treated. Most people come to me for pain. As I said, I'm a massage therapist, so most people are coming to me for that. But a lot of people are starting to come for anxiety, stress, overwhelm, because I don't want to say because I don't know why that's going on in their life. But when you are stressed, you're not yourself. You're running in like the, what's it called? Like the stressed out version of yourself, like the sympathetic fight or flight, not yourself version of yourself. So when we can realign your energy and rebalance your energy and get that balance, you feel more like yourself, you're more aligned with yourself, things are cool, things are calm. And a couple weeks, maybe last week I was super, super stressed, and my business was like spiraling. It was doing things I didn't like it doing, but it's because I was stressed. And the second I turned my energy around, the second I started realigning myself with who I actually am and being grounded in my body, grounded in who I am, people started booking again, and my business started turning around again. And it's just the little reminder that when you want things in your life to start working out, you got to look in here instead of like pushing and forcing things to happen. When you force things to happen, it might still happen, but it's not with authenticity. It's not with integrity. And personally, it's not how I want to work my business. So there's that. What else can I say about who I treat? Like I said, goals, alignments. I know some people think like the, whatchamacallit, like the dream boards and things like that people do are kind of woo-woo. But if you are a person that likes to do dream boards, or like a person that likes to do visions and things like that, or even like scripting and writing out what you want, using bioenergetics, you can actually align yourself to those things. So if you've got an ideal, life that you want to establish, accomplish, those mountains you want to climb, you can use bioenergetics to energetically align yourself with those things. So yeah, so I treat people for stress, I treat people for pain, I treat people for wanting to establish or wanting to get their goals. I did have I don't know if I can share this one or not. I should ask her first before I share it. I'm going to ask her if I can share the story first because it's a pretty awesome story. But I don't want to share it live on YouTube without actually getting this person's permission before I share it. So that's all for today. I try and keep this under 10 minutes. We're going on 9 minutes and 50 seconds here. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Have a killer weekend. If you are in the comments, much love to you all. Thank you for commenting. Super appreciate it. And have a killer weekend. Okay, now how do I get out of here? I'm new to YouTube Live, so I gotta like figure out how to end these things.